everyone, and welcome to episode number 5 of the unofficial Rogue Company podcast, Broguecast. I'm here with Co Reed.
I'm here with Dirt Lord.
I'm here with Garbo.
And I'm here with Griffin.
And this week we have a plethora of things to talk with you guys about. And we're going to start off very first with the season 3 thoughts so far. I know we haven't had a lot of time to play it. I know I haven't had a lot of time to play it. If you've watched the video that was released last week where I was talking about, the Griff-pocalypse that basically happened over here. So we have played it a little bit, and let's give our thoughts on it. Who wants to go first?
Well, I can't really say much. I've only played 2 games. But I definitely like the assault rifle on the hybrid one. I keep forgetting its name. The hybrid assault rifle. It's like
Vise.
That's Vise, yeah.
The
I shredded
Nightshade.
with Vise.
Yeah.
The Nightshade. Yeah, I shredded with her
Feels
the
so
first
better.
game. And it was really good.
All the guns are pretty balanced at this point. All the ones I've played so far, which is I'd say half, or they all feel really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. I think that, this is how they should have done the TTK changes to begin with, in my opinion, because if you're going in there and you're just upping the damage, it's the lazy man's way of getting out of actually doing the work that needs to be done. With them going in and actually adjusting the weapons and like reducing some of the reticle bloom and stuff, it still gives a certain level of skill in the game itself, so that you don't feel like you're getting cheated when you play against someone. If they have a better shot than you, if they're more consistent and better at tracking, then it really shows.
Yeah.
I think that the shotguns right now feel really good, and I don't think that they're like incredibly overpowered. The pump shotgun still has a ridiculous range on it that might need to be reined in just a hair, but other than that, I mean, the shotguns feel great.
Yeah, I've only used Glitch's shotgun so far, but it does still have a pretty ridiculous range at this point. But outside of that, damage is really... It seems like they've brought them in line with the rest of the weapons.
Yeah, and I know that it's hard to balance a game whenever you have shotguns and then you have different versions of shotguns in it. And I will say it feels like Rogue Company's been very consistent at not making the shotguns completely overpowered.
Yeah.
It's kind of a rare thing to see, to be honest with you.
Yeah, they're either useless or overpowered in most games.
Yeah, I was about to say they were most of the time useless when the season started, or like when it first began. Shotguns were nobody.
Yeah.
Wouldn't even touch the shotguns.
Yeah, and we've seen some success with shotguns in the past before all these changes happened, but given a little bit of love to them, like the biggest thing that I noticed earlier in the game, like when the game was first released up until the last couple of updates, is the consistency of the shotguns themselves felt off. Now they feel more consistent because you're not getting a shot at 4 meters that's doing 6 damage. You're still doing a very consistent amount of damage, or you're missing. And that's just that. What do y'all think about the casual demolition changes so far?
Hate the money. I hate that there's no pistol round.
Yeah, I don't like the idea of not having a pistol round still, but it has made it easy to play more games. Really streamlined it.
We got in 8 games last night.
Yeah.
I was about to say
And-
the pace is totally different.
8 games.
And I don't hate it. I'm kind of more. I mean, it is nice to be able to get those quick games in, but sometimes the longer games are nicer, especially if you're playing a team that's pretty on par with your skill level.
Yeah, and I think that like now is the perfect time to introduce a rematch button, and
Oh, dude, yes.
yeah, I mean, because it's the best of 6, like whoever gets the 6 first wins. With the money and everything, it's like this is the biggest thing that I've seen that's been a little bit different, is sometimes you may start out slow, but then you will gain momentum as the match goes on towards the end of it. But since they shortened it and they gave you all that money up front, it's like if you start out with poor performance, then unless something ridiculously crazy happens, that poor performance is going to continue because of how fast paced everything feels now because of the money that you have.
Yeah.
You don't really have a lot of time to gain that momentum, especially like whenever you're, at that midway point. And traditionally, when they up the rounds, you're like, okay, it's the midway point. We're 2, they're 4, whatever it is. We still have a chance to bring this back. Let's reset. Let's get our momentum back going. We kind of know how they play already. And then, we saw a lot whenever they extended the rounds where we had a second half comeback on them because of we were able to get our footing. We were able to figure out how they were playing, and we were able to use, their weaknesses against them, more or less. So I think a rematch button would be great because if you play them, you don't really get your footing on that first round. If you just challenge them to a rematch and they accept it, then it should allow that to happen. And then you'll know how to play against them. And then the momentum's already going to be there going into it.
Yeah. And new map.
Yeah. We played Palace last night, Garbo.
You know, it would be nice
What's that?
if they would release when they release like a new map, because I haven't played the new map, and it's just like a limited time mode, and that's all it is that map.
Yeah, like a playlist.
Yeah,
Yeah,
We're
that
just
would
running
be
that
pretty
map.
cool.
because granted, when the Glacier came out, like we couldn't get off that map, but I feel like these newer maps that have been coming out, like the Hollows, Breach, and now Palace, I feel like it's just going to be a lot harder for them to rotate all those maps. How many maps there is now? Like
12, 13, maybe.
Oh, see, like
There's
12 to
quite a few,
13.
yeah.
Yeah. See, like, why not have it where, like, certain maps for certain limited time modes, like, kind of keep it, like, in a loop. Like, the newer maps, maybe they should do, like, a segment of, like, 3 of the new maps rotated in Demolition so that way we can all get the feel of the new maps. Because, how many times have we been on Breach? I've only been on Breach, like, maybe 5 times.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. And I think that like one of two things could happen here, in my opinion. They could do a playlist because it would be nice if they when they released
Arena.
when they released the arena, it was Strikeout, Extraction, and Demolition all in rotation. And it was just on that map. So whenever you played that playlist, it was guaranteed that you were going to play that map, of course, but you got a really good feel of how that map plays on every single game mode.
It was a good way to learn the map.
Yeah.
Why did they stop doing that?
I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, especially since Team Deathmatch has been in the limited time mode slot for like going on 2.5 months now,
It's been a long time.
It doesn't seem so limited.
Yeah. But something else that they could do that I think would kind of be better in a lot of ways is if you had a map vote system at the beginning of the round, and the newest map for the first, let's say the first 2 weeks of maps release, maybe the first month, that map is always going to be there to be able to pick to vote for. And then you have 1 or 2 other, random maps that you can vote for. That way it gives you a higher chance of being able to play it. Cause of course, if we hop on there, that's 4 votes for the new map right off the bat, So they could definitely do something like that. And I think that they're looking into maybe a map vote system specifically for situations like that. And the sooner that they introduce, that's that quality of life stuff I was talking about on the last episode. It's like, it's something that's so small that probably wouldn't take a whole lot of time or programming. It's just the fact that they're just not doing it.
Right.
So,
it'd just be nice. Like,
yeah.
It would get me in the groove of things when the new maps come out and like learn it. Because we get the randomization of the rotations. Some people hit it every time, and then we never touch it.
Yeah, exactly. But with Palace itself, we only played it one time last night, but it felt very good, and it didn't feel anywhere near as claustrophobic as I thought it was going to feel. Because like whenever you look, they released the overview of the map, like Cremar and Roco Leaks, they data mined it and they found the overhead view of it, and you see all these corridors and all these connecting paths and everything. And I'm like, this is going to be very claustrophobic. It's going to be a lot of people like hanging around corners waiting for moves and rotations to happen. But whenever you're actually in the world, it doesn't really feel like that.
No, I liked it.
I did too, and it's a different
It's like
play
I play
style.
it more.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it was fun though.
Well, I can't wait
I
to
didn't-
try it then.
Yeah, it was
Not
a
as many
solid map.
people rooftop camping as I just figured
None,
everybody's going to be up on the roof.
surprisingly.
Yeah, it was just our sniper, the rando we had.
I was about to say, I'll be more worried about the snipers doing shit like that.
Yeah, but they did it the right way, in my opinion, because if they added that level of verticality, but because it's on the attacker side that you actually have access to the rooftops. I don't know if you do on the defender side. I wasn't paying any attention, but there's not any cover.
Yeah, they have
there.
access.
They do.
They can hop up there. Yeah, they can get up there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But there's not any cover up there. So it's a risk versus reward situation. You can get up there and move through the map way quicker, and you can actually see rotations and stuff happen. But unless you're like on the corner of a building, and the way that they position the cover and a lot of the way the map was laid out, you can't really exploit anywhere that I've been able to see like the magic rotation, like favelas. Yeah. You can exploit favelas all day long to see exactly how they're rotating and where they're going to. But that's not here. And it's that risk versus reward. It's like, you're going to have the high ground. You're going to have advantage and be able to shoot them over cover, but you're not going to have cover. So pick your poison here, you know?
I mean, you can just barrel roll off the top, right? And then you just roll down and be safe. Since you don't take fall damage.
You don't take fall damage, but some of the rooftops are next to the edge of the map.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. So
see, I just got to see this map for myself, honestly. I want to see it.
I think that Dallas getting the Riptide.
Yeah.
I really like that change a lot, but it feels to me that it was almost pointless to do. And we'll talk about the reason why here in the next topic. But it's like, I like the Riptide. I like the fact that Dallas now has the Riptide. But to me, if they're going to make all these changes to the weapons, it's like, well, let's introduce the changes to the weapon. Let's see how Dallas is performing with the weapon after the changes. And if he's still not performing at that level, then we can swap his weapon out, or we can just leave him with the weapon. And then if people want to do the mastery thing, which we'll get into in a minute, then that option is going to be there in the future. So I still think that Dallas needs an ability rework.
Be nice.
I like his ability, but I do feel like the duration or something can be better.
Yeah. Yeah. Haven't played against a lot of fixers, and I haven't played fixer, so I'm not really sure how he's performing right now with the tier rework and the goggles, like the duration cut in half on his ability. Yeah. So that's something that I haven't really noticed because nobody's picking him, and it's that classic thing, and we'll get into that here in a little bit. Fixers causing the game to crash on consoles. It's like, if you can't balance the character, if he's causing that many issues in the game, just take him out of the game.
Legitimately.
Yeah.
At least until you can figure what's going on.
Yeah, until you fix the fixer.
Yeah, right. Battle Pass, guys. What do you guys think of the Battle Pass?
Hoverboard.
Yeah, I really like the hoverboards.
Hoverboard.
Hoverboard.
I do think the Battle Pass is cool. I did look.
I also enjoy the Vi skin. I think
Super
it's
Saiyan.
Vi skin, dude.
Oh, dude, the Super Saiyan emote. Yeah.
I wish the hair would actually change to Super Saiyan. I would die.
They might do that in the future, man.
Could you imagine Phantom fucking just out randomly just?
I know, right? I'm glad that they actually went with a theme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
Like everything feels like, and which I'm not going to say everything, because of course, like some of the weapon wraps and stuff, it's just like those are just kind of thrown in there, and that's fine. But the skins seem to have a consistent theme. A lot of the weapons, a lot of the emotes and things like that, they have a very consistent theme, as well as the avatars and the banners and all that kind of stuff. And so I'm glad that, and this is what should have happened. Like they should have in the past done a new map or a new character with the release of the Battle Pass, and have it focus around that specific thing and let that be the theme for that season. And I'm glad that they're finally taking notice of what they actually need to do.
Yeah.
It's taken over a year, but Jesus Christ, at least we're making some headway on it.
That's what I was about to say. They're finally making the progress. They're finally listening somewhere. Maybe
Yeah.
somebody up there at high res is like, motherfuckers, we need a theme.
Yeah, right. So yeah. And all in all, my impressions of season 3 so far is good. Like there hasn't been many game breaking bugs that's been introduced into the game. I know that they have confirmed that the Lancer passive ability is a bug, and what happens is if you try to do the roll too quickly after firing the weapon, then it locks it up. Now, if that's a feature that comes into the game to balance her out, I'm okay with that. 100% okay with that. But right now they're saying that it is a bug and it's something that they're working on. The other than that, I haven't seen really many crazy bugs other than just server issues as a whole.
I was gonna say the bugs. The game feels smoother, like because I don't know about you, but like Corey, you can probably help me validate for the PlayStation 4. Like when you're going to the store or anything like that, it just felt like it really dragged before it
Yeah, it did.
it transitioned into that. And now like it's so fluid. Like I press the button and it just fucking goes. Like it just transitions like no issues. And yeah, even in the game, I quoted that to Corey like when we were working that I felt that the I didn't see a lot of bug issues in the couple of games that I did play that I'm usually like having every fucking time I play.
Right, and that's a good thing. I mean, it's good that they're finally squashing some of these bugs. It feels like even though there's a short PTS, they're focusing a lot of attention on trying to keep anything from coming into the game. And I mean, like the fixer bug causing crashes on console, the Lancer thing, like some of those things you can't really do preventative measures on unless you release it. And I get that. And I think the community as a whole has a little bit more understanding than they let on like Reddit and Twitter and places like that, because you can't, like, whenever you're throwing a game out there and you have a 25 million downloads, so the player base is God knows how many people playing, like you're gonna
nice to know.
yeah, exactly, right. But you can't really anticipate everything that's going to come from that, because I mean, imagine how many games are running simultaneously.
Yeah.
It's a lot,
Yeah. I mean, they would have to run a server for a month.
Yeah. So, but all in
Jump
all,
penalty.
Oh yeah. Let's talk about
we
that.
can't forget this.
Yeah, I almost forgot about it. So
last night won't let me forget.
I know, right? So they, on some of the upgrades to the SMGs, they removed the in-air inaccuracy for the SMGs, and you can really tell that they removed that shit, because it is insane. It is insane.
Well, they'll just come slam dunk on you.
Yeah.
Like, why is James crying? They just show up,
coming hopping like a fucking kangaroo. They're just
jump on you and just burn you down.
Yeah.
Just one rip down the middle.
Yeah. And I think I said this last night when we were playing. If they're going to leave the in-air inaccuracy out, like if they're going to get rid of that with the upgrades, then they need to go in there and give the jump system momentum.
Yeah, you did say that.
You shouldn't be standing still, and you shouldn't be able to jump as high as you would if you're actively running. And you shouldn't be able to continuously jump up and down and achieve the same height as you would, because it doesn't work like that in real life.
No.
So they're going to have to balance it out a little bit, in my opinion, because I understand why they put it in there for Palace, but at the same time, it's like I've seen people abusing this, especially on levels like maps that have some verticality, but it's not a lot. So like if you take Windward, you have that area, that big square center area of the map right there. If you jump off of that, then you're going to get that full ability to burn somebody down on the way, from the top of that thing to the bottom of it. And it's like, okay, that makes sense because that's a drastic drop, but just a small staircase, you know what I mean? Or standing still, like that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. So something, in my opinion, needs to happen with that.
A lot of people jumping around corners.
Yeah, it's frustrating as hell too. My thoughts on season 3 so far, all in all, it has been a good launch. That I don't think they're going to be reverting anything like next week. I don't think they're going to be pulling anything. If anything, they're going to deactivate Fixer, and I think that that's going to be the extent of it.
Wait, that's really happening again? It's crashing?
Yeah, it's causing console players to crash.
So Fixer's still an
Damn.
issue.
That's been
Yeah.
a while now.
Exactly.
Whoa. Okay, I thought you brought it up, and you were
Yeah,
talking
I
about.
thought you were talking about
you were
last time.
right. I thought it would be
Yeah.
exactly. I did not know that
That's
was
still happening?
occurring. Yeah.
Yeah, it's still happening.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Get
crazy.
him out.
Yeah,
That is crazy. But yeah, just go ahead and pull him out.
Yeah.
I mean, because the season's already going. Like, it's
Yeah.
already going at a great start. Why would?
Big house on fire.
Yeah, right. Why would you do that? You might go ahead and just pull him out. Spend however long. Squash was like, what, a month. Just
Yeah.
go ahead and have him pulled out for a month till you can figure him out, and then by that time you should be able to relaunch him and shouldn't have more issues.
exactly.
Because all that's doing right now is the fix or crashing the system is only causing problems for players, and they're not going to want to play.
Players first mentality, man.
Yeah, and if you figure out how to recreate it like they did on the last update, then they're going to be like, well, when the round switches, I'm just going to pick Fixer, do whatever I have to do to make the game crash, and just crash it out.
Or if he gets mad at his teammates,
or the game's
crash the game.
Yeah.
Just going bad on their side, like it's all lopsided on one team. But like when it goes to swap, just like, hey guys, you want to just crash it?
Yeah.
So other than that, we would have had a good clean launch. Like,
yeah, legit.
That's what I'm
for
saying.
the most part, it feels
smooth.
Yeah, it would have been nice to disable that. So it was like, well, at least it launched with no issues.
Yeah.
First time.
So, like, from what you guys have experienced and played so far, what do you guys think of the launch of season 3?
I mean, so far so good.
Yeah,
I agree. I think it's good.
Pretty solid launch.
Now we've only really played one night,
I mean,
Full night, yeah.
but I had a good time.
my night was like 2 games.
I didn't mind the money stuff as much as I thought I was. But it does feel like as soon as I get everything unlocked, it's time to switch sides. And I'm like, man, I just got everything. Like, I'm set up.
I still don't like the money. Maybe I just wish we could have a pistol round still.
Y'all want to check out This Week in Road Company real quick and comment on that?
Yeah,
Yes, absolutely.
This is what you're talking about with Dallas.
Okay.
You know?
Whoa. That does defeat the whole purpose of giving
I
the gun up.
don't like it.
At least you actually have to do they're just it looks like they're just trying to find ways for people to grind.
Whoa.
You know?
Like,
Get on there and grind.
I get that they're like, they can only use the same ammo type or weapon types, but it's like the weapons in those weapon types are different.
Well, all I know
and
is
they perform differently.
Yeah.
Everybody
And
that's go ahead.
I'm sorry, you're gonna see every goddamn Lancer, every one of them running the SLC. Every one.
It'll be a thing.
Oh,
It's gonna be a thing.
Yeah,
for sure.
Or like people that run shotgun, they're all gonna pick strikers.
Every chalk is gonna have a fucking Lancer shotgun.
Right.
Well, now that quick reload makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
At least you have to grind.
Yeah.
So at least they've, I don't even know how hard, but you could see at the bottom, it was like you got to down 20 people with hip fire. You got to, there's levels to it, but.
Yeah. It's interesting, but at the same time, this sounds disastrous.
It just doesn't make sense to me, man. Like, I understand wanting to have customization, but this just isn't the game for it. You should have the customization with your sprays, your emotes, your skins.
Yes. Yeah, so my takeaway of the weapon mastery thing is it is going to be about as well received as the TTK changes are.
Dude, they're not happy.
No, people are raising hell about it, and I understand why.
Hell.
And the only way that this is going to work the way that they want it to work is if they go in and they do a full rebalance of all the weapons, and they just did that.
Just did it.
So, but that means they're going to have to go back. They're going to have to change some fire rates, damage numbers of a lot of the weapons in the game to basically make them the same weapon with different fire rates, the same time to kill across the board for all SMGs, the same time to kill across the board with all of the shotguns, assault rifles, the whole 9 yards. They're going to have to do that to properly balance the game out 110%.
Again.
Because
Yeah,
if they don't, then there's going to be a meta across the board.
that's exactly what I was about to say.
Every gun type, there's going to be a meta.
There's a meta.
If Phantom's sniper rifle is better than fucking fixers, then every fixer's going to be running fucking Lancer sniper rifle. I mean, Phantom sniper rifle.
Yeah, exactly. And to me, like, I've always associated the rogues as being a character that has an active ability, a passive ability, and their weapon set and their perks.
Yeah, like part of choosing a rogue is knowing what weapons that rogue has and what you can do with those weapons.
Yeah. Knowing who you're going up against.
Yes, exactly.
What they can do.
Yeah. So not only are they going to have to rebalance everything as far as the weapons are concerned, but they're also going to have to go in and actually redo a lot, if not all, of the rogue's passive and active abilities. Because at that point, if I can play Lancer with whatever shotgun or whatever, SMG that I want, then that means that the weapons are going to have to be balanced to accommodate that. That means that every time that we play, we're going to be playing against a Lancer with question mark as a weapon. They're going to have to go in there and rebalance her abilities around all of this stuff as well to actually make her feel a little bit more, balanced as a whole, as a character. Same thing with someone like, Seeker or Talon or anybody like Dallas, for example. Like Dallas's ability is worse than Talon's and it's worse than Seeker's. I would say it's as good as Phantom's ability at this point. So if I can play Seeker and I can give him the Riptide and he has an ability that can reveal the entire team,
the whole team.
Yeah, then he has the sticky sensors.
Okay. Yeah,
it's like
reveals.
Yeah. So it's like, what is the point? What is the point of doing this? They're going to have to completely change everything. And I know, like, there's a lot of people that's feeling negative about it. There's a lot of people that's like, oh, this is going to be so great and everything. But, like, literally, they don't want to do the work that they need to do to make the game feel good. What makes us think that they're going to put the work in to actually balance all this stuff out?
Well, they're not. They're just going to put it in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody's going to be pissed.
Yeah.
It is nice, though, that like someone can't make a new account and just, have access to that right off the rip.
Yeah.
New account people. But what are we talking, dude? You hop on Strikeout, Team Deathmatch, one night of gaming?
Well, on a post that I saw on Reddit, and this isn't confirmed or anything, but they were saying in order to max out a weapon, it was going to take like 30 to 60 hours.
Okay. That's a little better.
So,
but is that fucking real?
Well, I don't know. Like, that's all Reddit talk, and nothing's been officially confirmed as of yet.
It
so
should take that long.
Yeah, I agree. And then let's look at it from this standpoint too. They said that the melee weapons and the pistols are going to be locked in, right?
Yeah.
They didn't say anything about perks and they didn't say anything about gadgets.
They didn't.
So if I'm under the assumption that they're going to do the same thing with the gadgets, then it's going to be flashbang central and incendiaries everywhere.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Maybe they're not.
Flashbang
probably why they
ridiculous.
But it might be on the back burner.
Mm-hmm.
Like on the fucking drawing board.
I mean, look what they've done.
They better not. Jesus.
Yeah.
It's a player first mentality.
It wouldn't
dude.
surprise me.
They can pick any gadget if they did that.
Yeah, exactly.
You might be locked in to certain kinds of gadgets.
Yes.
Only explosive.
Yeah.
Only reveal gadget.
But almost okay. All right. But there's only
can
one
you imagine,
reveal gadget.
Could y'all imagine more than one character can lay down 3 trip mines?
I mean,
Just think about that. It's like they're just all over the map. It's like playing King of the Hill.
Well, they won't. They can get 2. They won't be able to get 3.
Oh, I thought they could have 3.
Only Trent.
Yeah, Trent because he carries an extra one as a
that's what I was talking about.
Right. Yeah. But still, I mean, for real, if the whole team is running fucking trip mines,
and flashbangs.
Well, I mean, all you could easily just put fucking trip mines on there, and then she can just mark him every time.
Yeah.
And she has 3.
Yeah.
Oh
Well,
my gosh, and that's 6 on the board if you're playing
Throw a talent
Demolition.
on there with the flash.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
and
Chalk.
This could easily get out of hand.
well, and think about it this way too, man. It's like if you're able to go in there and pick any gadgets that you want, could you imagine like playing against a Trench, a Vi, a Mac, and let's throw an Anvil on there as a defending team, and then each one of those characters have trip mines, and they all have the active protection systems.
Yeah.
So
And this motherfucker's immune. You know.
Whoa.
yeah,
They
so-
weren't already.
yeah, see what I'm saying? It's like even if you're playing against a full team that have flashbangs, if everybody on your team has 2 of the APS systems, so that's like 9 total with Trench on there, and then you're going to have the same amount of trip mines, and you're defending with 2 characters that can throw stuff to block access routes. It's like that is the most OP defensive team ever, and you'll see people building these metas that really don't need to be built, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't like it, man. I don't
No.
like the gadget thing at all. Because like the gun's one thing.
Yeah,
All right. Well, at least we know it's an SMG
yeah, right.
or a shotgun. I'm talking about Lancer. But then you just don't know what they have up their sleeve.
Yeah, I know, right?
A tactical shooter, man. We've
Yeah.
done our homework.
Yeah. And I wanted to mention this real quick. So I made a video a long time ago, and I actually posted it on Reddit, and there was a lot of people that were just shooting fire out of their dick about it, because I was like, what if, like, the thing to me that is shared between all of the rogues is the perks.
I remember this.
So my idea was like, all right, go in there and give people the ability to customize their perks other than their weapons and their gadgets. Give them a base amount of money, and then group the
Yep.
perks together. So like if you buy, Life Drain, you can't buy Headstrong. If you buy
Yeah.
resupply,
You don't want them to be too OP.
yeah. If you buy resupply, you can't get replenished. Like group them together,
Balance them.
Yes, give people the money to go in there and customize their actual perks that they have for their rogues, and let that be the customization for the characters, because you get more benefit, to me, in my opinion, out of the perks, because if you have
Yeah.
a lot of characters running Lifeline and you're working together, then that makes more sense to me over having everybody on your team running these overpowered weapons.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody fucking poo-pooed all over that fucking idea. They said it was the worst thing that they'd ever heard. They said that was the stupidest shit that they've ever heard. Look, I may not be the fucking brightest person in the world, but the fucking perk system like that is 10,000 times better than this stupid ass fucking weapon mastery thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and like when you were like, it'd be nice if I could throw a little cash down.
Oh, yeah.
I got extra money. It'd be nice if I could give. I mean, almost any game. Back for Blood, we just played it. You can throw your money down.
Yeah.
Call of Duty, throw your money. I mean, it'd be nice. And people lost their minds when you said that.
Yeah. I know.
They were like, that would be too much.
Yeah.
Like, why? I mean, it's all in the same
How?
team. I mean,
I
if
mean,
somebody
by the time
needs
you're
an
done
extra
upgrading-
500 to get something, why can't I give it to them? I mean,
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, because that's
My money.
pretty much, if you're not going to have 500, you're
Yeah.
almost going to have nothing.
because you're
for
going to
real.
have a couple of people on the team that are going to be wrecking ass. You might have a couple that are hanging back.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be nice if I could get a little bit of that money. It
Exactly.
took away my assist.
Yeah. So,
Let me get some cash.
all in, like, this is the thing that I'm going to say about weapon mastery, and I'm going to leave it at this. In theory, on paper, just like every other Rogue Company idea that they've tried to instate or put into the game, on paper it looks great and it sounds good.
Sounds cool. Yeah.
In execution, I think they are causing themselves more work in the long run, because the metas are going to develop over time, and they're not going to hear people cry about this whenever it's released. I mean, of course, people are crying about it now, but if it's going to take that long to do the weapon mastery stuff, then the people that are very casual players that don't have time to grind the game out are
Yeah.
going to be raising all immortal hell, because it's not fair that people can stay at home and play all the time, whether they're in college or in high school or whatever, and unlock all this stuff when you've got us that work a full-time fucking job that don't have the ability to sit at home and grind all this stuff out. It's like we're pigeonholed right here. We have to use what we have.
It's gonna take us a while.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
So
it's like fucking play to win.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I don't like that at all. I think that it's going to go over about as well as the TTK changes are, and it's probably going to be something that is going to be, I think it's going to be reverted. If it doesn't, then the Rogue Company developers are going to have to come out, put their foot down and say, no, this is what's happening, and then let the mass majority of the player base that don't like it leave. And that's
before they release it, they need to balance it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
If they're going to do it.
Well,
but we just did that with the weapons.
Yeah. And to me, it's like the season 3 updates for the weapons seem to be the balancing point for this.
Guns are feeling good.
Yeah. But you still have weapons that do more damage quicker than other weapons.
Yeah.
So you didn't really balance them for the weapon mastery. You balanced them all across the board for the rogues that have the specific weapons. Now they're going to have access to whatever weapon that they can pick, and it's going to feel bad.
It's going to really mess it up for a while.
Yeah. Once
it gets, decide to revert it.
Yeah, once it gets in full swing and people start unlocking this stuff and seeing what's going on with it, it's going to drive people away from playing it. And that's a sad truth, but that's honestly what I think. I don't think that it's a bad thing. I don't think that they're having any kind of
done right.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're having any cruel intentions behind it. I understand that they're wanting to put more customization in it, but this is not the way to add customizations into the game. It's just not.
Man, it feels like they're just like, how can we get them to play more?
Yeah,
get them to grind.
Well, it's
we need them on there playing.
It's turning into Rogue of Duty.
I mean, it really is, though.
So
that's not the game I signed up for.
No, not at all. So, and that's where I'm going to leave it. They're trying to turn this into Call of Duty, and
that ain't the fucking move, dude. Call of Duty's on its way out.
Yeah. So
it fucking is.
I mean, it's been on its way out for a while, but it's official.
Next up, we have. There's some leaks. Kremar here has gave us leaks about Runway's ability and passive ability. They got a couple little icons here. So her main ability is supply on demand. Throw a briefcase down that grants infinite ammunition and refills gadgets. And her passive ability is fully loaded. Carry 2 primary weapons. Upgrade shared between both primaries.
You know, man, that seems like a strikeout kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like that's the only game I ever run out of bullets on. Like Strikeout or King of the Hill.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll run out of bullets.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, I'm out of gun. I got to find a gun now.
Yeah.
I just or like, you know, if on Demolition, like maybe you could hit that thing one time, but are you living that long and going through that many bullets to?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, you're right on this. I don't see how this. I don't really see how this fits into Demolition at all, because if you're going to throw a briefcase down and then your team has to actually go to the briefcase in order to get the ammunition and the gadgets, then it's a snowball. Once something starts happening in the round, it's hard to gain your footing back. So once you start pushing and people start going down, it snowballs from there. Once you're defending,
who's going back to hit that briefcase?
Exactly, Lancer. So you know what I mean. So like
shotgun shells.
Yeah, right. And that's the thing. That I mean, you're 100% right about that. And carrying 2 primary weapons, like, okay, like that's cool, but like we talked about this on the last broadcast. It's like I thought whenever I first started playing that you would be able to buy both of the weapons anyway and use both of them.
Yeah.
So, but you're going to release a character that has both of them, and that's kind of a cool thing. But like, she's going to have really good gadgets to make her be someone that I want to play.
We can't forget this though, like the pistol round, and I mean, I guess she has a pistol.
Yeah,
so she just carry both primary weapons.
Yeah, like once you buy a weapon, I'm guessing you have both of them equipped.
Them both.
Yeah, and I mean that's that's kind of cool and it's a change up, but like they could have literally gave that to all the rogues and just scrapped this character.
Yeah.
Does that sound like an ability? Like
I
you get
guess.
2 primary weapons. It's like, oh great.
Well, and
Overkill.
well, she's getting. They're introducing a new assault rifle into the game called the Hydra, and she's getting that.
Ooh.
And I'm pretty sure that she's the one that will have Lancer's
The Dallas
shotgun.
one. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
whoa.
yeah. So those and the Hydra, from what I
Little
understand,
long range, a little short range.
yeah, and from some of the stuff that I've seen online, the Hydra is going to perform the way that I saw it, and I may be wrong about this, but similar to Seeker's weapon. It's going to be a slower firing, higher damage, long range
Nasty
weapon.
gun.
Yeah. And then you've got the shotgun up close. I mean, I'm going to play with her, of course, because I like to play with a little bit of everybody.
course.
But her ability, like out of the gate, it feels like dog shit for Demolition.
Yeah.
And being someone that enjoys playing Demolition over King of the Hill and everything else, it's like you're not going to get any benefits out of this because, like, you throw a flashbang and flash somebody, and then you have to run back to the box to get another flashbang.
Hope you put it down close to you.
Yeah.
Well, dude, even on King of the Hill, I'm not picking her just because of the ability. Because it's like, that's what I get. I get ammo. I'll just grab somebody's gun.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the new character. They're going to release more details. So I'm pretty sure that when that character releases Runway, that's when they will be doing the whole weapon mastery, and that's going to be
I'm in this update, right?
yeah, it's going to be in the September or October update because
Yeah.
to me they should release the character, the weapon mastery, and the arms dealer if they do another
They'll do
arms
arms
dealer.
dealer, yeah.
They should release that.
Probably has something
and-
to do with her. She'll have a scan, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. They should do that update at the end of September, beginning of October, because that'll be the halfway point for the season. So next up, Kramar also put that all upcoming rogue file names, and we've got a nice little list here. So the next character is called Runway, and then we have Cannon, Mercenary, Guava, Pumpkin, Greyhawk, Mason, Razor, Corgi.
I feel like a few of those may be like working titles.
Yeah, of course.
Pumpkin.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I hope that we don't have a pumpkin in the game.
Corgi?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know, right?
They're working titles, you can tell. They
Yeah.
almost sound like bots that you would play.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
right.
right.
That may be what they are. Holy shit.
Yeah.
He found botnets. I'm just kidding.
So that's what we have to look forward to. So it's good that they're actively continuing to develop the rogues. They're actively continuing to play test them and get them into the game and see what's going on. It would be nice if like they had a specific PTS set up where you could go in there, test the rogues out like in the shooting range or in bot matches or something like that and give feedback on it. But of course that's not going to happen, but it is good to see that they're going to continue doing all this.
Ooh, the SWAT board.
All right, yeah. So last but
I've been here in a
certain,
while. Ooh, there's a lot of shit on here.
yeah, last but certainly not least, this is something that I want to continue to do every time we do the broadcast. So this is the Trello board that Hi-Res Mini, which is the community manager that doesn't do any community stuff. This is what she does in her spare time other than making wallpapers for people. So this... So the Trello board basically is the bug tracking situation. So we have the resolved issues, which is a nice list of resolved issues that we have here. So So right now the top issues are, of course, Fixer may be causing crashes for some console players. Buzzing sound in Xbox One. Some players are not seeing items available in the shop. Weapons will stop firing after throwing a grenade. I haven't noticed that it's happened after a grenade, but I mean,
My weapon stops firing, dude.
Yeah, mine does too.
This has been going on for a while.
Yeah.
At
Where
least
you'll
2
just hold
updates
it down,
before this.
and it's like, why am I not shooting?
Yeah.
Am I out of ammo? Nope.
Yeah.
Still an issue.
Yeah. So bug tracking. So this is some of the stuff that they're working on right now. So remapping buttons on PS5 not working correctly. Gun audio not playing unless the target is hit or picking up another enemy's weapon. Occasionally friendly nameplates will not appear. Players cannot surrender in a custom match. In Demolition, the wrong player will occasionally be marked as carrying the bomb. We've seen that one.
Yeah.
Sometimes barbed wire does not appear and can also damage you through
That's an old one.
terrain. Yeah, I know.
Or just completely get
real old.
destroyed.
Yeah, you drop it and it just goes away.
It just
Yeah.
gets destroyed.
Okay.
Yeah. And then rolling as Lancer does not always guarantee reload. So those are some of the issues that they're working on. And this right here is nowhere near as bad as the Switchblade update that was happening. Like, to me, it feels like they've done a really good job at minimizing the bugs, because some of this stuff, it is an inconvenience, but it doesn't really matter. Like the Demolition, the wrong person being marked as the bomb carrier. Like, okay, who cares though? Like, as long as
shit.
Yeah. The barbed wire thing is a big one. The Lancer reload thing, just leave it as it is right here. Just like make it, sometimes you don't know if you're going to get the reload out of it.
Yeah.
The gun audio stuff, the remapping the buttons, like that stuff that does like put a hurting on some people, but it's not causing the game to crash. It's not causing the game to be unplayable. Yeah. It's just stuff that you have to work around. So from now, like from this episode going forward, and the reason why I didn't hit this earlier is because it was further down on the list in Discord. But anyway, at the beginning of the broadcasts going forward, let's check the Trello board and see what's going on.
Get
with
on
it.
here.
Yeah, let's
now,
just
when you
check
said
it.
this is different than the Switchblade update, that's because after the Switchblade update, they fucking put this up where you could actually report.
Yes.
Before that, there was nothing.
Yeah.
Just what you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
It'd be nice if they would tweet this from the official Road Company Twitter page
Yeah, I know, right?
with was it almost 200,000 followers?
Yeah, and
Other than this, it's like 190 something. I don't know.
Yeah, but they would
But
rather.
we're tweeting it from someone with less than 5,000.
Yeah.
Unless you do some digging,
Mm-hmm.
you don't even know. But like, dude, players' names showing as loading, we can put that way at the bottom of the list.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Don't matter, really.
No, it doesn't matter at
You
all.
can fix that next year. But
Yeah, for real.
But when I try to shoot and I can't shoot, or dude, I'm been having some hit marker shit where
Yeah.
I'm shooting someone and I'm like, it's not making the sound when my
I
bullet.
think we've all hit that
hit 'em.
issue at some point.
Yeah,
I had them. I had them last night and earlier. I was like, well, that's weird.
I guarantee you that's a server
That's server
issue.
shit.
Yeah.
That's server stuff for sure.
Yeah. So they need to if they would take like some of the time and the money that they used to develop this weapon mastery thing and actually put it into fixing the servers and making the servers run better. I guarantee you
A little bit better.
Yeah. People wouldn't be anywhere near as pissed off about the servers running better than they would about the fucking weapon mastery shit. You know what I'm saying? So
For sure.
Remember when they had the Steam up launch and it was like there's a lot of people playing.
yeah.
The servers were running kind of weird.
Yeah, and it's continued to run.
They were
weird.
overloaded. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Hey, you're gonna have to up the server. I mean,
yeah,
Just
right.
have
a
to.
little. I mean,
Yeah. All right. Well, do y'all want to transition over into the community side of the world here?
Do it,
Yeah.
bro.
Let's do it. All right, guys. This is the community portion of the broadcast. These are some of the things that I saw that interest me from the community and themselves. If you want to contribute to the community section of the broadcast, you can either tweet us at Broguecast. You can join the Discord. There is a Broguecast contribution section where you can put things in there. And you can email us if you'd like. Anything, any way that you want to
Please.
get into contact with us. If you have any issues, if you have any situations that came up or anything that you would like to see addressed, let us know. We will look it over. And if we give it the four finger pass, then we will address it here on the Broguecast podcast. So let's hop over.
Death slap.
Yeah,
Sorry.
four finger. So let's head over to the first one. So this is posted by Agent Michael Scarn. I didn't know that he played Rogue Company, but for the love
Nice gone.
for the love of God, can we get another mode for Switch players? Can we get a 4 versus 4 King of the Hill permanent mode so Switch players can play also? Keep 6v6 team deathmatch, but go back to 4 for King of the Hill. It seems like a no-brainer win-win. So the reason that I wanted to bring this up specifically is because Switch doesn't have access to any of the 6v6 game modes that I'm aware of.
Why?
because
It can't handle it.
it can't handle it. Yeah.
Oh,
So right
It
now,
makes sense that Michael
Man.
Scarn would play on Switch.
it
yeah,
does.
exactly right. So, and that's the thing. It's like right now you haven't rotated the limited time mode in like 2.5 months. So
Yeah.
you've got a 6v6 limited time mode and 6v6 King of the Hill. That means that Switch players only have access to Strikeout and Demolition and Ranked. That's it.
Players first mentality. What about your fucking Nintendo people?
Exactly. Like, come on, guys. I understand that you want to try to cater to people, but if 6v6 team deathmatch is that popular, then put it in as a permanent mode and then just cycle the limited time modes again. Like, quit being so stupid with this stuff.
They're fucking
man.
greedy with the modes, dude.
Yeah, and I don't get it. Like,
I was like,
dodgeball extraction, bring something else back.
where the fuck is dodgeball?
Yeah,
I
exactly.
love dodgeball.
What? That shit was like a day.
Yeah. So like, and it's unfair to the Switch community that, and they're driving their Switch players away. And I don't know if that's their intention. They're like, let's leave 6v6 team deathmatch in so that we can drive the Switch players away. And if that's what you're doing, that's fucked up. Like,
That is
completely fucked up. So
Shouldn't have released it on that console if you didn't want it.
Well,
exactly.
you got people on the Switch buying stuff,
Yeah.
getting the battle pass,
Like,
This makes sense.
and you go fuck them like this.
I know. If
That
I
pissed
was-
me off.
If
Yeah.
you're going to cater to one, you got to cater to all.
Exactly. If
There
I
you
was
go.
if I was a Switch player, dude, I would be raising all the hell. I would be
I
like
think this guy.
I would be Zerger on Twitter.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, they would
Yeah.
not hear the end of this shit at all.
dude, he doesn't give up
No.
every day.
You gotta applaud him for his consistency for sure.
Congratulations, that Platinum 3, by the way.
Love reading his tweets for sure.
Yeah, right. All right, so next up, this is from, let me turn my camera off. This is from Doodly Doot over on Reddit. A change to the rank lever penalty system. Before you comment, stupid 13, 14, 15-year-old, go play Fortnite. I spent way too much money on this game. If you want me to leave this great fucking game, you'd have to pay me. Ranked is, yeah, right. Ranked is a dumpster fire this season. In 4 games in a row, I've had my full team leave. One player leave because apparently we are dog shit despite being up 3-2. And I've had 2 people leave because they were trolling ranked people. This shit isn't cutting it. If you play ranked just to leave and fuck up someone's rank, you need to stop playing to go play. You need to stop playing to go play Siege, you ungrateful fuck. The reworked rank system. This is my ideal version, meaning it appeals to me. It may not you, but if you don't like my opinions, just move on to the next post.
Public forum.
Yeah. So this is the first bullet point. Leaving in ranked now has a 24-hour matchmaking ban instead of a 1-hour matchmaking ban.
Sure.
Whoa.
I mean,
Love
it's
it.
rank, dude. You're fucking with somebody's rank.
Yeah, legitimately.
That
Go play fucking, casual. I mean, if you don't want to.
exactly. Yeah, you
What if
should.
you disconnect?
But here's the thing, though, man. They can go in there and see.
They
If
can.
you disconnect.
Yeah, and if
Oh, they can.
if it's a blatant disconnect, then no, it shouldn't. It shouldn't cause that. But they shouldn't let that information leak because then people will be turning their routers
Yeah.
off. Of course.
Yeah. Be like, my power fucking cut out.
Yeah,
It's
But
like,
here-
you really went through all that trouble just to leave a rank game.
exactly right.
Wow.
Yeah.
People are dickheads.
Yeah, I know. People who leave will also receive a 500 reputation deduction for leaving, sending them back almost a day's worth of reputation. I mean,
Oh,
we talked about that before where,
Yeah.
part of the lever penalty.
we were talking about casuals.
Yeah, exactly.
This is ranked, but it should still apply.
Yeah, I agree.
Like if they go into their start menu and hit leave game, points gone. That's
Yeah. Oh,
give
yeah.
the points to the people that stayed.
Yeah, and if they
I'm
do
just-
that, they should give more higher quality skins that you can acquire by reputation.
We always hang around. We finish our game.
Yeah. People who did not leave the match will receive a lowered or no deduction to their rank points, scaling with the amount of players who leave. Note, I don't even play ranked enough to see if you lose rank points, so don't yell at me for that. So you do.
You do.
Yeah, you're supposed to lose rank points whenever you lose a match.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And with that, I think that makes sense because if you continue the match and you lose the match, being a man down, then yeah, it shouldn't deduct anything. And if you surrender because someone goes AFK or someone leaves, it shouldn't take away the rank points either.
You're down a gun, man.
Yeah. Whenever we used to grind ranked on Paladins and then someone would get pissed and leave and you were down 1 to 2 people, it's almost always a loss. It's almost always. Yeah. And it's so
bots and ranked. So it's just going to say there's 3 people, right?
Yeah. I mean, and they said that they removed the bots. So yeah, it would just be a 3-on-4. I
think they might be back, but
man,
I don't know, man.
Yeah. There, 3 short changes that would positively affect ranked. So that way the teams are mostly equal to each other's skill and neither team should be at a disadvantage. The only thing a person might lose is time, which neither me, the enemy team, the devs, or the leavers can give back to you. So, doodly doot, you're 100% correct.
Yeah. What I've noticed, man, with people like the guy we were playing with earlier, the Ronin.
Yeah.
Y'all remember?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of times when someone just on your team gets pissed, it's like because they did something stupid.
Yeah.
And it's like, why are you mad at us?
Yeah.
You just did something dumb. We weren't being mean to you. You just did something dumb and decided you're going to throw.
Yeah. Well, and I think a lot of that stuff is more of like a...
it's a game, dude. Don't be so sensitive.
Well, I think a lot of that stuff has to deal with the mentality of the player base and the age of the player base.
Most of these people are usually playing by themselves.
Yeah, and you wonder why.
Yeah.
I mean...
well, a lot of these people, because I mean, like, we can go ahead and face it, like, we're not of the younger generation.
We're not.
So
we
don't...
been for a minute now.
Yeah.
I mean, I am. Y'all calm
down. I was going to say but Garbo, but you're getting there.
Yeah,
you're in your late 20s, bro. You're already up there.
You're with us, dude. It's a technicality. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's ride or die, so I'm here with y'all.
Yeah.
Some records.
So I think the mentality from like people our age, people that play this stuff, versus the mentality of the people that play this game that are younger, let's say from the age of 25 down, it's that whole gap, you know, that age gap to where it's like, I don't think the world revolves around me, therefore, you know, I'm not going to act like a cuck. So, but that is what it is. So next up, we have a post by Cotin94 or Cotin. I don't know. It sounds like a ketamine knockoff.
It does.
Kind of wish there was a mode with only the new map playable for a couple of days after a map update.
Hey.
So, and this is what we were talking about earlier. I wanted to throw it in there. So I only have time to play like 1 or 2 matches a day, and it'll probably be a bit before I see the new map. So it's slightly frustrating for me. Look, Cotin,
get it.
We completely understand your plight here, man. Like it's something that should be implemented. It's amazing that it hasn't been implemented yet.
Well, the thing with the arena, dude, they should do that every time a map drops.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be hard.
Well, we would play.
It wouldn't be.
It's just a playlist. I mean, you already have all these modes
that you don't play.
And I don't mind playing Strikeout if I'm learning the new map.
Exactly.
That'd be nice.
And that's the thing too, man. It's like a lot of people that play Demolition play the other game modes. Like we kind of specifically stated Demolition, maybe venture out here and there, but like you learn a lot of movement, a lot of rotations, and a lot of those cheesy ass areas whenever you're playing Strikeout or King of the Hill or Team Deathmatch. So it would be nice to have just a rotation of all those game modes. That way that you could actually learn the map from different perspectives and you could actually see how the map feels overall.
Yeah, man. When we got on there, and of course we did the arena to grind out the title and everything because they had some stuff you could grind with it.
Yeah.
But we still learned the map.
Yeah.
I mean,
And like after we got through doing that for like, what was it, 2 days, I think that we played that arena playlist. And after we got through playing that for 2 days, like maybe a total of 10 to 12 matches between the 2 days, we knew the map front to back.
Knew the map, dude.
Like we knew where all the
Been
rotations.
all over it.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, come on, man. Like, why? Why not?
Doesn't make sense.
Quality of life. What, player first mentality?
Player first mentality. Hashtag.
Yeah, hashtag. Next, we've got this post by Thugs Bunny TV.
What?
I like that.
It.
Thugs Bunny, dude. Rogue Company aiming improvement suggestion. Now, I posted this in here specifically for Corey and Garbo's take on this. I'm very interested to see what you guys think. Every time a person aims up or down to shoot targets, they have to return to a forward position by pressing the stick in the opposite direction to return to a forward position. What I'm suggesting is that the character should automatically return to the forward position once you have released the stick from aiming up or down. This will come in handy with players from accidentally getting stuck in the upward or downward positions in crucial shootouts when you need to quickly return to the forward position after shooting targets above or below. I enjoy playing with motion controls on my PS5 or Switch, but Xbox is only stick. Yesterday I was playing on Xbox and was doing horrible when I thought of this improvement.
That's a thing?
I don't know what he's talking about.
All right, so what he's talking about is like, let's say that you're having a gunfight with someone and you're on a lower level than they are, and you're ADSing and you're pointing up at an angle, right?
Right.
What he's saying is like, if you come out of ADS, if it
You have
centered
to
you,
reset.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
he's saying that like,
It automatically
the high
resets.
levels.
it.
So like what you're saying is if I'm looking up like at him and I release out of it, it will like level me back out to like looking forward if I was
He's
just looking
saying
straight
that it
ahead. of
doesn't. He's
myself.
saying he has to do something to make that happen.
Yeah, what he's saying is it would be nice if they had a system in the game that you could toggle on to where you could either release the ADS and it would recenter you, or you could press a button and it would automatically recenter your cursor.
I mean, I'm used to how it is now, so I don't.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
that, right?
Yeah, I don't think it would
Yeah.
help me at all. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe give players the option. It might help a lot of people out, but I just don't think it would help me because I'm used to just having my cursor go where my thumb goes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want full control of it. I don't want it to be snapping back into position when it could be that I've looked up. I mean, I'm in ADS and maybe I come out of ADS because they've come closer to me.
Yeah.
And if it snaps right back to a different position, then I am fucked. I'm usually fucked anyway, but I'm
Well, you're
really
used to
fucked
the
this
way it
time.
performs now. Like it's
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's just
I mean-
it'd be hard for me to get used to that.
Yeah, there was a third person game. I think that it was on this game. I might be mistaken, but there was a Tom Clancy game that came out on Xbox that me, Adam, and Chess got. You remember this?
Yes, I do.
All right. So in that game, you didn't have a pinging
Wow, that's
system.
cool, dude.
Yeah,
No,
I know, right?
there
It's
was
been
none of that.
But what you could do is like you could go like when you were ADSing or moving around the map, you could click in the right thumbstick and it would automatically center you.
Ghost Recon.
Yes. Yeah.
That was it.
So
What a
and
pull, man.
yeah, it's been a minute, right? But yeah, so what it would do is like whenever you would be like ADSing on someone and someone came up behind you, you could wheel around to them and click the thumbstick in and it would recenter you so that you were shooting them at chest level. Of course, as long as they weren't crouching or anything. And I could see like, the PS5 has
You're
the
coming
motion.
off of games like that,
Yeah.
then wanting that, but I get it. I didn't know that was a thing.
I need to see it in action of like what he's talking about. I mean, I think I kind of got what he's talking about because there are moments when I'm like behind a box or something and I'm going to fight, and like you have to look at it a certain way, like position it before you come out behind the box.
Yeah.
Aim at them.
Oh yeah.
Because if you don't, Yeah, there's that moment I think that he's talking about where you go in and you're shooting them and you might be hitting them, but then when you go to pull back out, it just like you're aiming way too high, or you're
Yeah.
aiming way too low. So I think I get what he's saying, but like I probably was just like not thinking. Like
Well,
I was
he
just
just
thinking like
went deep on it.
yeah, and it
He
just
was
sounds like
like,
he
"Wait
was
a
just
minute,
talking
this is
about
running weird."
I'm just freelancing, like instead like I'm thinking more of like behind cover or like I was trying to I think more tactical, I guess, because I'm playing Demolition. I don't know
Tactical
what game
shooter.
mode right. I don't know what game mode
Exactly.
he's playing. So this
Exactly.
could be he could be playing King of the Hill or Team Deathmatch, and just be running out, and that could be what he's talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, I get what you're saying. And I think that's something that I haven't really thought about, of course, because I play on mouse and keyboard and everything. But like I could see to where like if especially since they remove the in-air inaccuracy with the SMGs. So let's say that you're running down through there and a Scorch jumps out from around the corner and you pull your stick up and shoot at them, and they're going to drop. Unless you have your sensitivity at a certain level, they're going to hit the ground before you're going to be able to pull the cursor back down. So what he's saying is like you press a button or you like ADS in and out, it drops down immediately. Like it resets it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. See, yeah. And honestly, that would be really nice because like, again, the aim assist I feel is really weak in
Does it feel better this season? Have they fixed it?
I still feel like dude, okay, for the MLX Mark IV, man, I feel like I just don't feel like there's aim assist on that bitch. Like I don't. Like I mean, my last video I released, like I
saw it.
Did you see the opening where I was just literally like trying to shoot the shit out of that Scorch, and like my aim assist wouldn't grab him, so I'm literally just throwing my fucking gun around back and forth and hoping the bullet hits him.
Yeah,
man. When I see y'all doing work on a controller, I'm always impressed because I can't. I just can't.
It's hard, man.
I feel about
you gotta.
I feel the same way.
Well, like, dude, I've got a mouse and I just look at them and put it on them. You're over there with your thumb, dude, just barely inching it. Like, okay, just a little bit to the left.
And if you inch that, man, you are
too far.
whiffing.
I mean,
whiffing.
They've had aim assist issues, and Corey's been like, "What aim assist on this game, dude?" It's like
still
he's never
feel
had
like-
none.
I still feel that way. I still feel like I don't have that much aim, which maybe I'm just running too high sensitivity, and it's just not
I
catching.
don't know.
But
Yeah,
if I don't run the high
pulling to 'em.
sensitivity, I can't fucking, get to them if they're
Yeah,
dropping.
dude.
And shit, like
That's
you
the way you
said.
play.
I run it like on like I mean, I can't remember how they count their sensitivity, but like the equivalent of like an 8 out of 10, pretty much.
Yeah, you're running high.
Yeah.
I have to run high if I use a controller.
That's how I do
move
anytime.
fast.
My looking stick has to have a high sensitivity because
I need it to move fast,
especially in competitive. Competitive shit. I gotta whip around.
I gotta be able to look at that doorway, look at this one, look behind me in just a matter of seconds.
Yeah,
but like the downfall.
And you can tell when you watch somebody that's using low sensitivity because they'll turn and it's like, "What are you doing?" It's like you're on an elevator going behind you.
I'm
it's
a
like,
low
dude, you're dead.
Player.
We've all
I already
I play on a slow sensitivity.
Corey knows what I'm talking about.
I know. Yeah, we've all watched someone who has low sensitivity that just you can tell. Like
that's what I was talking about.
There's no way they can snap to it. There's no fucking
like a turtle slow speed. It's just slowly turning.
So like, what are you doing?
It's
behind you. Look back there.
It's like someone on heroin in a gunfight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the needle hanging out of his arm.
Yeah, he just shot up. He's fucking.
Well, who's behind me?
He's nodding and trying to shoot.
He's shooting the wrong shoot.
Yeah. Well, and that, the thoughts on that, that's something that like the developers should really take into consideration. It's like,
absolutely.
They definitely have more people on console than computer.
Yeah, for sure. So
they need to cater to them a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Just a little.
Yeah. So last up, this is going to be a little bit more of a, controversial topic, maybe. And I'm not going to read through all of the messages or anything like that, but this was posted by Red Dad. I actually just pulled it off of the Reddit site itself as opposed to snipping it up. But he's saying we need new moderators on the Rogue Company Discord server. These mods told us certain slang phrases were allowed, but when we used them too much, they backtracked. We called them out. Then they acted as if we were calling them racist and trying to speak different languages to avoid punishment. So I'm going to pull these up. Oh, go ahead.
Okay. No, I'm on something else.
No, I'm just going to pull these up and just kind of cycle through them so that people that are watching it can see it. And if you're not watching it and you're listening to it like on Spotify or whatever, if you want to see what's actually said,
get the link.
Yeah, then just be sure to check out
the description.
I'll drop it down in the description for sure.
It'll be there, even on Spotify.
Yeah.
Look at your timestamp. Go to the timestamp. Fucking YouTube.
Let me ask you before you go into this: are these the same people that when you dropped a link to a survey in there, picked it for promotion?
I believe
Did this happen here? I remember
think so.
You went there and dropped a link, and they were like, "Can't do it. It's promotion." It's like I'm trying to do a survey, which Rogue Company ended up doing.
Yeah, exactly.
About a week after you put yours up, they had a survey. It was just weird timing, but
yeah, I know, right?
I believe you dropped a link. I'm just we're getting a feel for these people.
Yeah.
A survey link?
Yeah.
It's a promotion. Get it out of here.
Right.
All right, I'm done.
So basically, because I read through this ahead of time, of course. So basically what it is some of the people that are part of the Rogue Company Discord are not from an English-speaking nation. Let's say that.
Mm-hmm.
And because they are not from a English-speaking nation, if they are talking to someone that speaks the same native tongue that they speak, you're not allowed to converse with this person on the Rogue Company Discord server unless you're speaking English. And here's
12,000 people.
Yeah.
On the
seems
server,
a little xenophobic.
Yeah.
A little bit.
So and that's very disrespectful. But
I mean, what about them?
I understand.
What about their voice?
Exactly. And I understand that it says that whenever you join the server that they, request that you speak English and all this stuff. I get that. But at the same time, like, you have a large Hispanic player base.
Very large.
Why is
not to mention there's plenty of European players too, so you've got Polish and German and all kinds of other speakers that could be in this.
Dude, on that Steam update, I saw a Hispanic player playing this game with 48,000 viewers.
Yeah. So, like...
that was more than fucking... what was Summit?
Yeah, right.
48,000.
Yeah. So, and my thing is like, if it's hashtag player first mentality, then why aren't there... First of all, if there are... Discord servers set up that are official Rogue Company Discord servers.
It's got a check mark.
Yeah. If there's other official Discord servers for different, different regions of the world because, yeah, if there's that, then it makes a little bit more sense. But if that doesn't exist, if there's just the one Rogue Company Discord server, then why is there not rooms dedicated for people from these specific countries so that they can get in there and they can talk in their native tongue? And also someone needs to take the time from Hi-Rez or from First Watch Games to go in, translate this stuff into the native tongue for some of these people and post it in those Discord rooms.
Dude, speaking, like, it's a pretty common thing. There's someone around that can.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure out of the 12,000 people in that channel, there's someone that can help translate.
Yeah.
I feel like this is akin to like the old white lady in Burger King that screams, "This is America, speak English." And that shit drives me
them, right?
It drives me insane because, okay, let's just say that there's two native Spanish speaking people in there who can speak English. One speaks English better than the other one. So he might need to speak a little bit of Spanish to the guy who understands a little bit of English to kind of get him to understand something that someone else said.
Yeah.
And that could even be a teaching moment to help the guy develop his English.
Every
Exactly.
time, dude. That's what they tell you when they're learning a language. They're like,
Just
I need
talk.
like hands-on with people. I can,
Yeah.
have a conversation and it, tell.
Yeah.
But dude, those guys probably came off of that stream. It was 48,000 people. They may have joined the community. They were like, man, this game's awesome. What's up? And they're like, get the fuck out of here,
Right.
And it was like, God damn.
From what I understand,
I mean,
after looking some of the words up that was being used, it seems to be that the individuals that's involved in this situation are Jamaican.
okay.
So, I mean,
They speak a broken form of English that has different slang and terms. That's their native tongue.
Exactly.
It's no different than Ebonics, which is it's a varied form of. It's actually called African American vernacular English. And
those Jamaicans, dude, they got their own fucking swag. Like,
yeah,
some words they know, some words and then they're going back and forth. I'm guessing with other people, right? I mean,
yeah. Well,
make them a tab, dude. How hard is it? You got over 15 rooms in here. Fucking make them a tab. Tell them this is where it goes. Don't be a dickhead.
Yeah, and I think that like the biggest takeaway from the situation is moderators all across the internet,
Thirsty.
As soon as they get that power of moderation, it goes straight up to the brain.
Oh, dude, ego.
Yeah,
hard.
Very hard.
They just want to cancel people. Yeah.
I've dealt with tons and tons of moderators trying to spread awareness to talk about specific issues within games, whether it be from Rogue Company or another game. And there are some exceptions to the rule, but the mass majority of them are so disrespectful.
Just like anything.
Yeah, and it sucks. And as an update down here, because 8 hours ago, this dude, T Dank Engine, said that the moderator that was involved in this situation actually resigned their spot from the Rogue Company Discord. So I don't know.
Fuck out.
Yeah, so I don't know if this got back to First Watch Games or High Res or anybody like that. And I hope that it did get back to those individuals, because this is the thing, man. If you're going to be a moderator and represent a company, there's a certain level of professionalism that comes with that.
Yeah. With great power.
Yes.
Comes great responsibility. Dude, Pretty Hair's in that server.
Yeah. So is Gandhi.
There's 64,000 people sub to that Reddit page.
Yeah.
They saw it and was like, who did this? Get him the fuck out.
I wanted to bring this up because I've seen several posts, several things about the Reddit moderators for Rogue Company, the Discord moderators for Rogue Company, the Twitch moderators for Rogue Company. Yeah. Like, it feels like, I don't know if it's the same set of people or what it is, but it feels like all of this power goes to their head. And at the end of the day, whether people are bitching, raising hell, or giving constructive criticism, they love the game and they want to make it a better place. They want to make the game better and they want to contribute to making it better. So don't condemn
overwhelmingly.
Them for it. Yeah. Yeah.
Overwhelmingly, it's positive feedback. People who complain about the game are like, man, I really wish this wouldn't have happened because I love this fucking game.
Well, dude, at the same time, this is someone that may be in a situation where they're having to use like a hotspot to play this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On their fucking Switch.
Yeah.
And they're plugged into like one of those battery packs.
Yeah.
And he's still on here trying to grind it out a Rogue Company and comment on shit. And they're like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, that's not a player's first mentality.
No, not at all.
We're not.
We have pretty easy rules. And as long as you don't break those, we're pretty fucking solid and we'll talk to you.
Yeah, I mean, any one of us will get on there and talk to you. So it's not a problem.
Yeah, dude.
But that's all the community issues. A lot of people in Reddit, Twitter, any social media basically are going on and on about the weapon mastery thing. And it seems to be a heavy 70-30 split here. It's 70% people
not liking it.
Yeah. Yeah, the majority of it's not, and then people are saying that the people that don't like it need to get over it. It's basically the same thing that happened with the TTK.
Talking about the strikeout players?
You know what I
It
mean?
was a joke. It was a joke.
But
Well, if they can be so definitive in their opinions, then I can be in mine too. If you're part of the 30% that think this is good, you're wrong.
Dead wrong.
Just dead wrong.
they won't be wrong if the company puts in the work to actually make
And
it
they may,
balanced.
because it's a bigger part of their player base.
Yes.
It's you already know what's happening here, man.
I
know.
just see this
See
as
it
being
happening.
completely unnecessary, man.
Yeah.
I've played this game since the beginning thinking that part of choosing a rogue is choosing
Yeah.
their weapons in addition to their abilities.
Of course.
And
Like other games.
I'm waiting because I
Here's
know
what
it's
it's gonna
going to
be,
happen.
though.
Like, first off is the SLC in Lancer's hands,
Yep.
and we're all going to be pissed.
But what
Yeah.
it's all targeted towards is, respawn mode.
Yeah.
You can pick any rogue and pretty much pick any weapon, and it's fucking Call of Duty, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you're giving them other guns now.
Yeah.
You cater it.
And not only that, it's like from the video from This Week in Rogue Company, it's not like that you're going to have to preset the class up. You're going to be able to switch on the fly.
Yeah.
So it's even more like Call of Duty where, this MP5 class isn't working out.
They're giving them.
Yeah, let's swap over
They're
to the
giving 'em the
fucking
guns.
AUG. Yeah.
They gave them the guns.
Yeah. So that update's going to be coming later this year, and we'll actually see what happens and what the fallout of this is. The only thing that's going to save them in this situation, in my opinion, is the fact that it's going to take so long for people to grind this stuff out. Like your casual player base is going to take a while to grind this stuff out. And they're going to be more pissed because people that have the luxury of being able to grind it out in 2 or 3 days.
Must be nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Wish I could do that.
Yeah. So, but that's all the stuff that I saw today, or actually in the last week or so since the last episode we did. And do you guys have anything else?
Broguecast prediction. It's not going to go over well when they implement that shit into the game.
We'll be coming in hot with the opinion as soon as we see it.
And then we could even play a clip from right now.
Yeah, right.
Where we were like, not a good idea.
But yeah, guys, we hope that you enjoyed episode number 5 of the unofficial Rogue Company podcast, Broguecast. And as always, I'm here with Co Reed.
I'm here with Dirt Lord.
I'm here with Garbo.
And I'm here with Griffin.
And catch us next time where God knows what we're going to be talking about, because whatever they dream up between now and then is going to be very interesting, to say the least. Be sure to leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think of everything that we covered in this episode. If you are listening to it on a Spotify or anything like that, if you want to tweet at us, it's at Broguecast. You can email us, broguecast@gmail.com, or you can join the Discord server. The links for that will be in the description as well. So if you want to reach out to us, those are the places to do so. And if you're not subscribed or following us, please consider doing that so that you can stay up to date on all the need to know Rogue Company information. Thanks for listening, guys.